All right, so it's official. Our first off-plan property has been purchased. So this is actually from a while ago. I'm just starting to announce this now, but we purchased a property with MTIs and it is off-plan. So what do I have in my hands here? It's not the property, it is the SPA, which is short for Sale and Purchase Agreement. So when you buy an off-plan in Dubai, you have to sign this sale and purchase agreement. So in this video, let me go over the entire process of buying a property in Dubai and what you should know when you're doing that. And of course, we're going to specifically talk about off-plan properties, which is the #1 most popular investment for locals and expats in the UAE. So #1, you just find any property and you buy it. No, that's definitely not what you should do. And you should never just blindly trust anyone in the market, of course, unless they have a ton of experience and you trust them and you know them, sure. But the first thing you should do is begin your research process. And before you even begin the process of researching the areas, you should definitely work with an experienced broker. And I have no shame in saying that I am not the best broker on the market. There's a reason why we have hired some of the best brokers on the market to work for us here at GenZone to help our clients make investment decisions. I understand that I am an expert at setting up a business in Dubai and getting bank accounts in Dubai and getting your golden visa in Dubai. But investing in property is not my 100% expertise. Of course, I can make great decisions, but you have to understand that who you work with is very important. If you don't already know, our company GenZone also has a second company, which is GenZone Realty, where we help people buy investment properties or buy houses to live in the UAE. And of course, this is something that we have been doing for a very long time, but more officially in the last year. And by last year, I mean 2024, not 2025. And that's why we've grown our team to have experts in-house that I can contact, that I can work with, or just directly refer you to so they can help you make your investment. Because it's not smart to just go work with the first person you find who doesn't know anything about the market, who doesn't care, or who really needs the money and will just put you in any project. So again, step #1, find the right brokers to work with. Yes, you can buy properties directly with the developer, but the developer will only tell you what you want to hear. They want to sell their project because it's the only one they can sell. That's why it's best to work with a broker. They'll find the best project based on what your requirements are. Because maybe 1 month the best project is with MTIs, and maybe 1 month the best project is with DECA, and maybe 1 month the best project is with EMAR, right? Things change, it's not always the same. So now that you found the right broker, you want to explain to them exactly what you want. Do you want an end-use property? Do you want to move into it? Do you want to rent it? Do you want to rent it on Airbnb? Do you want to sell it? Do you want to flip it while it's being built? What is your requirement? Based on that, then they'll help you decide what's the best suited for you. As an example, if you want to flip it, you want to make money while it's being built, probably the best thing to do is not buy into an area that already is priced in. For example, if you want to buy something in Creek Harbor, off-plan, well, it's most likely going to be priced in, meaning that when it hands over, there's not that much appreciation. However, if you buy in another area where it's not priced in, for example, Arjan, you're going to benefit from a lot of appreciation in terms of the construction, not just the area appreciation, because there's 2 types of appreciation. Construction appreciation, the process of it being built gets you return, and of course in both cases you can have both, area appreciation, where that area also appreciates in value. For example, let's say there's a project in Creek Harbor, it's already fully priced in, you're making 0% on the construction appreciation, but the area is going to appreciate by 10%, let's say, right, in the next year, for example, based on market average market growth. That's not bad, right? But maybe you can get both, where you're getting 10% here, 10% here, or 20% here, 10% here, right? So this is something you should definitely keep in mind. So now that you found the property that you want, the first thing you'll need to do is either make an expression of interest if the project hasn't officially released yet. What does that mean? For example, let's say they're launching the project in 10 weeks from now, but you want to really get that project because you know that the moment it gets launched, it's going to get sold out. Like the Mac Islands had an investor who made an EOY, then got a really good allocation in the Maldives cluster. Very happy for him, really good project. So he made an EOI. If he didn't make the EOI, well, good luck. You're not getting one of these properties in Maldives. You would have maybe gotten one of the later launches in one of the worst clusters. If it's already launched, the first thing you're going to do is book the property, meaning that you're going to put a small deposit towards it. Not a full down payment, but just a small deposit. And after the reservation is done, you're going to go ahead and sign the SPA. And please go over your SPA because this goes over literally everything. The payment terms, the unit you're getting, where it's going to be built, the size of it, etc. Right? So you need to review this before you sign it. So great, now that you've actually signed the SPA, the next step is to simply make the down payment and begin making your payments. It can be monthly, quarterly, annually. It depends on the developer. So follow these payment schedules and don't miss a payment, because if you do, you're probably going to have to pay a fine in order to continue to make your further payment. So here are the expenses that you should expect to pay when you're buying a property off plan. Imagine the property value is 1 million or 1 million dirhams, dollars, whatever you want, right? So if it's 1 million, you should expect to put down 20% as a down payment, so 200,000, and then you should expect to put 4% into this. Actually, it gets kind of like burned into the air. It's gone. It doesn't go into the value of your property, or it doesn't go towards your payments. 4% in DLD fees, which is what you have to pay to the government to transfer this property to you. So 4% on 1 million, that's 40,000 gone. That's a fee you have to pay. And then of course you have other little fees like administrative fees, and this is all you should expect to pay. So in total around 25%, so let's say 250K off of 1 million. After all these expenses are made, like I mentioned, you just have to make your payments. Don't be late on your payments. Once it's time to actually receive the property, let's say it's 2-3 years later, now you need to do a snagging of the property, which means you're going to inspect the property, make sure everything is good. Are there scratches on the walls? Are the tiles broken? Is the sink working? Is the toilet working? All these kind of things you're going to actually look over before having it officially handed over to you. If it's not perfect, then you're going to write a list of things that need to be fixed, and the developer will fix it. Then once that's done, finally, you can actually get the property handed over to you officially. And of course, at this point, when it's time to actually hand over the property, you're going to have to make the final payment. For example, let's say your payment plan was 70-30. It would mean that 70% of your payments are made before it's handed over, and the remaining 30% is made once the property is handed over. So before actually. So you have to pay it, then it's handed over. And at this point, you would get the title deed, you would get the keys, and now you're officially the owner of the property. And it's actually time for you to make a very big, important decision. Do you want to sell the property, or do you want to rent the property or live in it? Of course, everyone has their different situations, so I can't just say, go live in the properties. But based on what you want to do, this is time to do it. Now, the last thing that I want to mention is, how can you actually pay for your property here in Dubai? How can you pay for an offline property? You can pay for it with crypto, cash, bank transfer. Really, all payment methods are accepted as long as you have the right contacts to assist you with this. So if you need assistance to buy an offline property in Dubai and you want to get started right away, you can book a free consultation call down below with me or one of my team members. We would be more than happy to go over the entire process of helping you invest in real estate in Dubai. And actually, one really important thing to keep in mind as well is, if your property's value is over 2 million dirhams, you can actually buy yourself a golden visa. It's not free. You don't just get it automatically from having the property. You have to pay for it, but you can get a golden visa, which gives you a 10-year residency here in the UAE. But that's it. Book a free consultation call down below, and we'll see you there.